Okay, let's see how this looks. Let's see how this plays out. Let's get some music thumping. Tell me how it looks. I can't tell how many people are here. If anybody's here. You hear music. Do you hear me speaking? Am I audible? One person says looks better, and you hear me? Okay, cool. So there's a couple of people that hear me. So that music's probably pretty loud, let's be honest. There. Now we got it just humming in the background. I'm sorry about that, everybody. That's a bummer. That's a bummer that that things were cutting out. But I'm not going to let it get me down because I was talking about this card. This card's amazing. I love this card a lot. Sadly, it just never really found a place. This is my favorite card of the set, probably. If I'm thinking about every card in Faerun Under Siege, I enjoy this card more than any... Well, that's not true. I like the Common Beholder, probably the best out of all of the cards in this set. But this is a close second. Because of the 5-cost nature, it makes it a little hard to play. But you get to KO X number of your dice to KO X number of your opponent's dice. And it's sick, and I love it. So, this one's the fun one. In my opinion, I enjoy this one a lot. So, hopefully the stream is steady. Hopefully we can get some people back. Let's hang out for a second. Sing as... Yeah, Fabricate is easier to use, but it doesn't... Fabricate doesn't KO your opponent's dice. This is a win condition in a like a weird roundabout way. This like really hits me though. This is one of those character or one of those cards just in general that resonates with me. Everybody has those cards that like the moment you see it you go, oh my god, what can I do with that card? And the answer to this one, or that is this card for me, and the answer to this is a lot. You can do a lot with this card. Do a lot of weird, crazy stuff, which is cool. All right, hop on Facebook. Invite people to hang back out with us because this is all busted up. But now it seems steady. Does it seem steady to everybody? Looks pretty good to me. I'm clicking over here on the Facebook. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. No bumps and or bruises. All right, so you should have, let me double check. I'm going to scroll way up at the top. Yes. Passed them all. You should have the links to vote if you have not already. Not a lot of us hanging out tonight, but that's okay. There's like 7 of us, which is cool. I'm cool with 7. So let's go ahead and jump from one to the other and take a look at what we've voted on so far. So Beholder, where'd it go? There it is. So Beholder here, currently sitting at 2nd place. Let's see, I think I put that, I certainly not put that in 2nd place. I certainly did not put that. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. It's one of those things like, how many of you in the chat went through the time change? Anyone go through the time change? Like really struggled through that time change? I struggled through that time change, especially because I've been staying up for like a week now. Staying up much later than I normally do on a work week because teachers get spring break, right? And this was my spring break. So I struggled mightily through the work week. Through the regular week of not working, you know, being all night owly, that's like totally my personality. And then totally hit me the time change and then going back to work today. It's like really get to work. Get going. I'm going to open up everything and then I'm going to show you guys the results thus far. So that was Deck of Many Things. This is Drizzt. And we can kind of see how this all played out. Hammer, ring, a robe, and talisman. All right, now we're going to add a window and take a look at what you guys have considered these cards to be rated, ranked. Yeah, can you believe it's week 11? Like we've been doing this thing for 11 weeks. That's awesome. That's a long time. That's older than children out there right now, which is a weird thing to say, but it is. So we're going to say it. There are children that are younger than 11 weeks. Okay, this looks good. Boom. All right, let's go backwards. Talisman of Ultimate Evil, currently sitting at number 1 for votes, with a total of 9 votes in, and 66% of those votes have been number 1. Robe of the Archmagi, sitting at 7th. So second worst is one way to look at it, I guess. Second worst. But there's a bunch of, like a smattering of votes behind that. All over the place. Ring is also all over the place. This one almost, I don't think we've ever gotten a card to get a vote for every single category. This one is the rainbowiest of all the things we've seen thus far, though. In all 11 weeks of voting on cards. Guys, we're getting very close. Hammer of Thunderbolts. Getting very close to being able to put all of these up against each other in a preliminary form. I guess like right around the corner with the March Madness here. It's kind of like March Madness of Dice Masters. Third for Hammer of Thunderbolts. That's what I voted for, actually. Drizzt. Oh, this is the closest one yet. Oh my gosh. What? 2, 2, 5, 5, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Who knows? Who knows if that card's good? I looked at it like this. Relative power level, if I'm playing in set, all of these cards are in set designed. They're all designed to be played in set, which is why they're not, like I was saying when the stream was breaking, none of these cards are meta cards because they're all designed to be in set. But I believe in set Drizzt is extremely powerful. If he were a 4 cost, he'd be really, really broken. In set, of course. In D&D land. Deck of Many Things is pretty bad. Bugbear Ambusher. Wow, actually worse than Deck of Many Things. I flipped him in my voting. I did Bugbear Ambusher 7th. Deck 8th. And Beholder. Pretty solid too, but there's just almost as many 5s, which is really interesting. Man, we're kind of all over the place. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Let's see. If we average all of these together, what do we get? Let me do that really quick on my phone. What do you guys think about these? Do you think we're all way off? Is this crazy? Yeah, so there's a couple people saying they struggled. Talisman can be suicide unless you time it very well, especially against a dragon team. It could be suicide. Or it could be great if you also run the Batcave that allows you to stack them back up and drop them back on the field. Or it could be great if you somehow combined it with Soulmonger. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're getting into the really crazy combos. Soulmonger plus Talisman. Soulmonger on a Regenerate team, certainly. Those are some... Now we're thinking with portals. Here we go. Let's do some averaging. Calculator. Everyone say it with me. Calculator. Plus 5 plus 5. Anyone say that out there? Or was that just by myself? I'm okay with it being by myself. Alright, let's pop that down there. Beholder coming in with a 3.6, which is cool. Bugbear Ambusher. Gonna be a high number. Oops, not that high. Yeah, that is a high number. 7.3. Solidly in second to last place. Good for it. Deck of Many Things. Let's do this. Deck of Many Things. It's going to be a high number as well. How many people voted? 9 for that one. So that's 6.6. 6.6. And again, the numbers aren't necessarily the place that they get. It is just the this is so crazy. It's just the relative numbers to each other. Numbers relative to each other. 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. Least powerful. That's very interesting. I guess if you're looking at a modern thing, I could see that. Divided by 10. Is there 10 votes? No. 10 divided by 9. Scratch that. 4.6. Yeah, this one definitely needs to be averaged because those votes are crazy all over the place. So we will average it out and hope the law of averages helps us out. 21 divided by 8. Boom. Wow. Hammer of Thunderbolts, 2.6. Cool. Ring. Almost there, everyone. We're almost there. We're almost to card designing time. Not to brush this off because I am actually interested in how this is all going to shake down. Because look at this one. Divided by 9. 3. Ring with a 3.4. All right, robe and talisman. Talisman, I think, is the clear-cut number 1, but we'll pop it in just in case. 3 plus 5 plus 6 divided by 8. 5.375. And finally, yeah, it's totally the clear-cut favorite. 6 plus 14 plus 2 divided by 9. 2.4. Wow, it's close though, right? Close to Hammer of Thunderbolts. Wow. Okay, so looking at these rankings, we've got Talisman of Ultimate Evil in the first place. And I will pop back over to the screen so you can kind of see along with me. Talisman of Ultimate Evil is in first place with a score of 2.6, which is the lowest of all the votes. Yes, Talisman plus Soulmonger would be sick. Too fidgety. I don't know. Do you do a Q&A at some point? I will always answer questions. If you've got a question, throw it in the chat. I just need to be able to see it. That's the thing. Hammer of Thunderbolts is the second lowest rated, meaning that it's got the most amount of like 1s and 2s. With a 2.625, then we follow that by Ring, that's shocking to me. I need to check my math after this. Ring, third place. But I guess if I go back to this page, that kind of makes some sense, right? Yeah, I guess. Still, that's pretty shocking. Ring in third. I would not have pegged it for third. Not have pegged it for third. Okay, let's see. So third is Ring, and then fourth, right behind it, with a 3.6, is that Beholder that I love so much, just because of the stat line's amazing. The ability actually is pretty non-useful. It's not bad per se. It just doesn't come up very often. Then we have Drizzt, which I think was my second pick. Like it was, I don't know, I think Thunderbolts. Maybe this was like my third. But Drizzt was my, somewhere up there. So Drizzt comes next, and then followed by Drizzt is, following Drizzt is the Robe of the Archmagi, I think. Let me double check. Yep. The Robe, which is an interesting card, but I had it rigged, I think. Maybe right about here. Because, rounding out what we have left after that, is really just Deck of Many Things and Bugbear. And in that order, Deck of Many Things beats out the Bugbear Ambusher. This is 7th, and this is 8th. So we have all 8 cards in that order, which is a really strange, squirrely kind of order. But that's the one we voted out, which is why it's important to do these things, because I had it in a lot, well, not a lot, but I had a fairly different order than what you guys had, but all of us coming together as a community and saying, I evaluate it this way, I evaluate it this way. We get more of a true sense of what that card is worth and what that card can do, and therefore we can compare these to other cards from other sets, as long as you've kept your criteria the same for 11 weeks, which, I mean, that's super easy to do, am I right? As long as you've done that, then we can compare these rankings from one to the other. and go from there and kind of set up a really cool bracketology bracket type thing. And so that's that. All right, I'm going to be long. So I quit playing and buying Dice Masters a while ago. Last set I got was World's Finest, which is an okay set to get. It was a combination of getting out of collectible games and being no one else to playing it near me. Yep, I've been there. I know what that's like. Decided to get back into it now. Still have my stuff AVX through World's Finest. Well, good for you. You didn't sell. That's awesome. Seems to me like a lot of sets are sold out everywhere. Should I just do singles and try to hunt packs? You could. Yeah, you definitely could do singles and try to hunt packs. That would be the cheapest way to do it. Are you a completionist? If you're a completionist, then that's actually still might be a good way to do it. There's a ton of people, myself included, that have a ton of extra cards, commons and uncommons, and a ton of extra dice because we bought 1 or 2 feeds. Like I can think of a few people right now that could sell you commons and uncommons, like a set with a die per each card, or 2, like if you're buying a common uncommon, 2 dice per character, you know, and that would be a really cheap way to catch up. That'd be very cheap. Like you cover the shipping and then pay a small fee for the cards themselves. That's a really cheap way to do it, and then you just hunt the rares that you care about. But if you're a completionist, it might in the long run benefit you to hunt the rares through packs. I'm not so sure. I would, if it were me and I'd been out for a long time, hit the button. Hit the button. What does that mean? Hit the button. I don't know what that means. Nevertheless, if it were me, I'm not a completionist. I don't need every rare in every set in every game. And so I would just buy the rares or trade for the rares that I wanted. I would most definitely, if it were me, find draft packs in any way, shape, or form I possibly could and immediately buy them up. So if you can find Tomb of Annihilation draft packs, that's an easy way to get Tomb of Annihilation. Because you get a rare for every pack. If you can buy Thor packs, which is impossible, but if you can buy Thor packs, then let me know because I'm gonna buy some. Because I don't have a basic action set of Thor, which is sad. But I don't know if they're ever gonna print more of that set. Luckily, like was mentioned in the comments, is the upcoming sets are all non-blind product, so you know exactly what you're getting, and it's like box format, so you pay $40 and get like exactly these amount of cards. It's a giant campaign box, you can play with it. It's basically like buying a set for half price, which is pretty cool. I'm a fan. So that's a good question, and thanks for it. Let's slide on over and design some cards. So help me out really quick. You guys tell me. I'm going to pop it onto this screen. We can work from this screen, or at least use this screen for a little bit. Tell me which of these arts, which of these pictures you guys like. All right, so here's Dr. Doom. Do you, oh, hold on. Before I slide them up there, let me make sure I'm on the right page here. All right, do you like 1? Okay, think of this as a Dice Masters card. 1. Okay, there's 1. It's pretty cool looking. Again, none of these are my arts. 2, that'd be kind of cool. It'd probably be cut right around there. Okay. And I think this is, no, this one. 3 for Dr. Doom. Which one? That one's very bright, very poppin'. Got a lot going on. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. Put 1 above that. Slide this over. Yeah, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the chat. 1, 2, or 3. Which picture are we going to use for the art for Dr. Doom? I vote 2. I vote 2. Wow. I didn't expect people to vote for 2. Oh my gosh, so much 2 love. That's amazing. 1 strikes me as one of those cards that you would get as like a full art promo. 2 totally looks like a Dice Masters card. 3 I just threw in there because I like 3 options. 2. Man, I have not seen anybody vote for anything but 2. So, 2 it is. All right, go away this one. Go away that one. Oh, no, they go away that one. We will use 2. Let me remove that and that. So let's talk about Doctor Doom. In fact, just to refresh everybody, if you have not already looked at every single, for some reason, if you haven't looked at every single card and studied over what we've already created, then shame on you. No, if you haven't done that, you can go to this link that I'm about to pull up and kind of see the inset flavor that we have going on. Some very cool abilities in general that we have going on. Start thinking and throwing out ideas as to what dice we want to use for a base, stat line, and purchase cost for Mr. Dr. Doom here, Victor Von Doom. You tell me which die, and try to keep it from modern age stuff that's been released in like the past year or so. We've done a good job of that in the past. I think the furthest we've gone back is Faerun Under Siege with the floaty ghost die. Here's this link. Albums. There you are. Pop. Copy. So, check out. Sign into chat. What does that even mean? Sign into chat. What? What is this nonsense? That's okay. I can fix that. I just have to go like this, go like that, go like this, pop this out. Pull this back. No, I don't want to be. Oh, come on, guys. Go back. I don't know about you, but for some reason, this is getting weird. YouTube is being all funky today. All right, let's see. Let us see what happens if I try to post something in here. Look, I'm posting as myself. No, I can't. What? All right, you guys shout it out in the comments. What do you guys want? What do you guys want? Are we talking about like other stuff? Am I broken? Am I gone forever? I have to like do weird things. Like switch my person, then switch back. Very strange. I've lost the chat for a bit, so you guys just talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, you no. What? Okay, close you. Very strange YouTube tonight. It's been very strange. What? I don't have a channel. YouTube is telling me I don't have a channel. That's very strange. Well, I'm me. I want to be me. Can I be me? Live streaming. If you're on the other end, bear with me while I try to figure out why I'm stuck. Cool. For some reason I was stuck. But I'm back now. Can I post here? Yeah, I can. There you go. Hey, so there's all the cards that we've designed thus far, which is cool. So tell me in the chat, what are we using as the base for Dr. Doom here? Give me some ideas. The chat's gone on the screen, but that's okay. We can fix that. Yeah, do not try to get Dice Masters in Tabletop Simulator. Just a pro tip. They will give you a cease and desist because WizKids doesn't want that. I don't know why WizKids doesn't want that, but they don't. So it's very sad because it would be amazing if we could just get that. If we could just get that as a thing, like a straight up online format. Now, I will suggest if you're one of those people that the community isn't very big around you, or if the community is non-existent around you, then I would totally play online. And it's what I did for like the entire first year of me playing Dice Masters, and it helped a ton. Actually, I got pretty good at the game, like faster than most people who just play when they go to the store, because I could play literally every night for an entire summer. It was awesome. Man, I don't hear a lot of people saying anything about what we're going to design for this card. Yeah, I know they have like a bunch of the old stuff on TTS, but apparently they will not allow more stuff to be created. Okay, so shout out, let me know what we are building. Few that actually work. What do you mean? Like we used Hulk's die for Mr. Fix-It's die for Hulk. For Thing. We thought about Hulk's die, but we didn't end up choosing it. So let's see. I will go through as well with you guys. Let's go through the Thor set and just kind of look at dice. I'm going to do it on my phone because I like the graphic interface. So decent body is probably what we're looking for, right? Decent body and pretty high stat line. Purchase cost, like a 6, 5, 6. What do we think? We could even go like 4s and 5s. Spoiler alert on on the comics thing. Spoiler alert over here. Let's see. You could do Destroyer's die. He's all 4 drops. Enchantress, 2/6/6 on top. She's a 6 drop. Mask character. What kind of energy type do we want for Doctor Doom here? Bolt, shield, fist, mask. What do you think? You do the Hela die. That's kind of a cool looking die. Yeah, let's do the Hela die. That's it. I'm sold. We're doing the Hela die. Yes, Superman fan, we are designing a custom Doctor Doom card. Okay, and what we're doing is we're designing a custom card and using the die from a more recent set from another character, repurposing it so that you could conceivably print these out for free because I can't make any profit on it. Print these cards out for free, go and find the die from that set, from that other card, and use that as if you were Doctor Doom. Very, very cool and easy to do. So we're going to use the Hela die. Let's pull up Hela so that you can see why. And let's plop this onto the screen so you can see why as well. Video capture device. No, not video capture. Window capture device. Okay, so this is a really cool die, and it fits nicely for a Doctor Doom stat-wise. So it means he's going to be a mask character. Boop. So we've got a mask character as Doom. Are we all good with that? Yes. Atrocitus from War of Light. That's a little far back. It's a little far back. Yeah. No love for Doctor Doom in the future sets or present sets just because they were legally not allowed to give him love. Which kind of stinks for all of the Fantastic Four characters, which is why we are doing this, so that we can give them the love they so rightfully deserve. All right, throw out some ideas for abilities that Doctor Doom would have, okay? He can stay a 6 drop. We can make him a 5 drop with that stat line and just not give him a very strong ability. But a 6 drop is doable, certainly. And we're going to do Galactus if we have time. So let's throw out some ideas and see what we got. I am not as well versed in Doctor Doom ability type things. So let's do some research. Let us do some research. What's a good Doctor Doom ability? Lightning? Is he a lightning dude? Let's do some lightning. What's a cool shock, like thematic shock type ability? Something to do with his armor, maybe? Would be cool. Some originally minor mystic capabilities due to teaching from Tibetan monks. Yeah. He got super powerful. Yeah, totally. Energy projection. superhuman strength because of the armor. There's some ways we could go about it. Each opponent must sacrifice a character. That's a cool ability. High-tech suit, experienced in diplomacy. Yeah, certainly. Doom also has magic. Yeah, he's got magic skills, definitely. He can, like, take over certain machines. I like the all will bow to Doom ability. When fielded, each opponent must sacrifice a character. That's cool. I'm going to write these down. And what do you think? 6 drop? 7 drop? We need to make something small for villains. So if you wanted to, the goal here is to be able to take these 4 characters of the Fantastic Four and these 4 characters of the villains within the team pack and play them against each other. Sacrifice a character, 1 character when fielded. 6 drop. When fielded, each opponent must sacrifice a character. I like it. What else we got? I think 6 is fair indeed. Underdog for him might be nice. Chris, you're a big Dr. Doom fan, man. Lay us some knowledge. Give us some cool abilities. What are some cool lightning things that we could do? Like forked lightning from D&D, where it hits one thing and then hits another. So like when fielded, deal 4 damage to target opposing character die and 2 damage to to target opposing character die. Something like that. Doombots with Swarm. Yes, a nice Swarm character. Yes, like a little Cone of Cold. Well, we have the Cone of Cold ability, and it's really the Mjolnir ability built into the Human Torch already. So I don't know if we want a ton of that sort of thing, but we could have stuff like that running around. That's true. He is wearing the Iron Man armor, or was. I'm not sure where that's at, but I remember that being a story and not knowing exactly what that meant, but knowing it was a thing. So that's a thing. I turned myself up, so if I got louder, then hooray me. All right, what else? We could do. What were the 4 characters we were gonna do? We had Dr. Doom, Galactus. What else did we throw? Who was here last week? I was here last week and I don't even remember. Do I have to go back to my YouTube channel, listen back to... I think I'm going to do it just because I don't remember. So if you were here last week and you can remember the 4 villains that we tacked on, let me know. Where's week 10? I didn't make it a thing. My channel. Someone got it yet? I'll go searching. Oh, that's a cool idea. When fielded, pay a mask, do 1 damage to character die and any die damage by Dr. Doom KO. So like a mini staff. That's a cool idea. What do you guys think about that? Yay or nay to the mini staff idea? Why is this labeled Community Stream 9? Maybe we're on Community Stream 10. Oh, dude, guys, we're totally on Community Stream 10. It's been a rough day. We'll go with that. I thought this was Community Stream 11. Who cares? I'm going back and listening to the bad guys we chose. Let's see what we picked. Oh, the scroll. The scroll, that's what we did. Well, we could do the Doom bots. That'd be cool too. We could do Namor was the fourth one, but we don't have to do Namor. We could do Silver Surfer. You guys tell me. What are the other ones? Because if we do, yeah, I'm blaming on daylight savings time. That's exactly what's happening. I would love to polymorph in that Doom after attacking with the rare mana web, KO everything. That'd be pretty cool. Deadly too. But Deadly isn't one of those things that needs it. It's really anything that you're engaged with. So if he's engaged with two characters, they already get KO'd because they were engaged. So do you want to do the scroll or do you want to do Doom bots? You tell me. If we do Doom bots, then we can do a fun Doom bot. Let's do Doom bots. Okay, the scroll are cool, but they'll get their time. Doom bots. So that means we could do something with Doom bots and Dr. Doom. Let's take a look at Doom bots really quick. No. There we go. So Doombots would be super cheap. And they would be controlled by him. Maybe it's one of those things where like we repurpose the... Yeah, I agree. And the scroll could have been pretty cheap as well. But we can do it this way and add Doombots in, and then he can interact with the Doombots in a cool and exciting way. Kind of like what they wanted for Darkseid and the little flying dudes, Parademons. But we could do it better. I don't want to say right, but hopefully we could do it better. What if like we repurposed the zombie T-Rex ability and made it basically a zombie T-Rex thing? Pull that up really quick. Zombie Tyrannosaurus Rex. Which was, when fielded, you may purchase a zombie character die for free and immediately field it at level 2. Yeah, I agree. So do you want to do something like that? Like when he attacks, pull a Doombot out to the field for free? Something like that. Or we could even make like a collector style ability. Swap one into place in place of a Dr. Doom die, like a life decoy, life model decoy. Doombots should have swarm and some way to swap one into play in place of a Dr. Doom die. Dr. Doom is really well statted. Okay, so right now we're running with Hela. By the way, hey Paul, I didn't see you earlier. We're gonna go with Hela for the base. So you're looking at a 5/5, a 6/6, and a 7/7, and we're probably looking at like a 3/3 on top for the Doombots. What are some other cool, interesting things that you can do with bringing in like Doombots? Either swap or allow to KO instead of a Doombot. Yeah, you could do that. We could do like, oh, what is that guy? Mr. Miracle from the Batman set. Yeah, Mr. Miracle, that's the one. Where instead of him getting KO'd, you can KO something and bring him back level 3. Would be kind of cool. So it spins up your Dr. Doom. We could do a Death Clock ability. Death Clock never took off, but he was kind of cool. What were some of his? Back to Death Clock from the Civil War set. Death. Oh, it's going to take me forever to scroll to. Oh, maybe not. Death Lock. Why do I keep saying clock? Because that's totally an awesome show. Death Lock. Sorry, everyone. Instead, when a Deathlock character die would be KO'd, you may instead pay 2 life and spin that up 1 level. Would be cool. Allow Doom to KO a Doombot to damage KO an opposing character. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. Alright, so if he damages KO a Doombot to KO an opposing character while he's active. Does that sound good? That's a 6-drop. You want to do that as a 6-drop? 6-drop while Dr. Doom is active, you may KO once per turn. You may KO once per turn. You may KO a Doombot to KO target opposing character die. How's that sound? To deal 3 damage to an opposing character. Once per turn, I lose something, one of your guys takes 3. The stat lines that you're up against, if you're looking bad to good, mean that that's like an unplayable card, because all but the what is it? All but the Human Torch. Every single card but the Human Torch survives that once per turn thing. You've got like a 3/5. You've got 3/5, the 3/5 in Invisible Woman. Let me actually just straight up look at them. Here we go. Human Torch gets KO'd on all of his sides by that ability. Invisible Woman gets KO'd on 2 of her sides, but not the 3rd side. Mr. Fantastic never gets KO'd by that, and Thing never gets KO'd by that. So KO's 2 characters out of the 4 that you're up against. But if you so KO a Doombot, which is a 2-drop, or maybe you do it multiple times. I would like that better. Do it multiple times a turn. You can only have a max of 4 Doombots out on a turn, right? So you KO 4, you deal 12, essentially, spread it all around. That seems powerful, but not being broken, because you're giving up 4 attackers. Let's do that. Let's make it deal 3, but it not a once per turn thing. While Dr. Doom is active, you may KO a Doombot to deal 3 to a target opposing character die. To target opposing character die. That seems good. Let's see what else. Talking about the legendary set, Fantastic Four. That's a game that I looked at but never got into. Legendary. Seems cool, though. And so we have 2 6-drop versions of Dr. Doom. We've got the 6-drop version that is when fielded, each opponent must sacrifice a character. So you just plop them down and they have to send something to use, which is very cool. While Dr. Doom is active, you may KO a Doombot to deal 3 damage to target opposing character die, which is also cool because you can do a little mini board wipe. Give me a good 3rd ability. Preferably staying in the 6-drop world. We could maybe swing a 5-drop version of him. So if you put a 5-drop version of him, his ability has to be pretty light. Yeah, we're going to give the Doombot Swarm. Definitely. Definitely going to do that when we sit down and do Doombots. Let's resolve to make this last one a 5-drop. What do we do to make Dr. Doom a 5-drop? He's got a 7/7 on top for a 5-drop. That's pretty good. Is that too good? We can keep him a 6-drop. He kind of matches up nicely with the Thing at that point. When a Doombot is played, activate all globals. Now that is what I'm talking about. Now that is what I'm talking about. When the Doombot is played, activate all globals, and then in parentheses, the player that controls Dr. Doom chooses all the targets, or something like that. Like, how would I phrase that? So a 6-drop. This is definitely a 6-drop. While Dr. Doom is active. Maybe that's a 7-drop material right there. When a Doom bot is KO'd. That's actually really... When a Doombot is fielded. Not KO. That would be broken. Dr. Doom. So would you say like Dr. Doom? Ooh, Doom could give the Doombot Swarm. That's not a bad idea too. But you kind of already want them to have Swarm. Activate all globals. How would you say that? Dr. Doom. So how does Ultraman get phrased? The Ultraman ability. Ultraman. What? Oh. All. So Ultraman is if equipped, you may immediately use the effect of every basic action. Okay, so you may immediately use the effect of every global. You may immediately use the effect of every global ability in play. I don't think there are any bursts on globals. I think that is a really strong. While Dr. Doom is active, when a Doombot is fielded, you may use a global for free. Make it a 5-drop. I mean, let's go for broke though. Let's go for broke. So we've got while Dr. Doom is active, when a Doombot is fielded, you may immediately use the effect of every global ability in play. So that could be ramp, that could be like basic action, flip the attack and defense, and it could be like pay a life so that thing can block. It could be a lot of things. That's really strong. What do you guys think? Too strong? 7-drop material or what? Is that worth the 7? We're gonna have Galactus as a big. Let's just put that on there. Is that really? What if we gave it a concrete number? Use. While Dr. Doom is active, when a Doombot is fielded, you may immediately use the effect of 3 globals in play. 2 global abilities in play. We're already going to have 3 Galactus that are really expensive. Because Galactus is rightfully very expensive. So we would have to do like Doombot and something else that's like mid-range. Doombot's going to be cheap, obviously, and then like a mid-range to cheap other character, 4th character. Namor or Skrull or something like that. Thoughts. It would be overpowered. Make it for Doom. When Dr. Doom is fielded, you may immediately use. Yeah, that's better. You're right. You may immediately use the effect. So when he's fielded, so it doesn't get the counter or the synergy play of the Doombots as much, but they can play off of Dr. Doom as well. I think that's more balanced because you field him. He's a 6-drop. You plop him down 1 time. How do you cycle? I like Robert's version. Use 1 global, make him a 5-drop. While Dr. Doom is active, when a Doombot is fielded, you may use a global for free. All right, let's throw up a vote then. Let's do this. Let's do a vote. Ready? So here's 1 version. Okay, this is number 1. That's global ability, or that's ability number 1, and this is ability number 2. What do you guys think? You want the like hammer drops down where like you field him 1 time and you get to use all of the abilities, or you put him out there and then you just ping with a bunch of Doombots? I'm kind of liking the idea of pinging with the Doombots now that I think about it more and more. It's a cool ability. Thoughts? 2. That's one person for 2. What else? Who else? Anyone else? Throwing out there for 1 or 2? 2. That's 2 for 2. 1 more for 2? Anybody? Anybody takers? We get 3 2s. Boom. Because then you can use multiple of 1 global. Yes, you can. I like that point too. We're going with the second one. And he's a 5-drop. Is that still broken for a 5-drop? 2 is less OP. Yes, it is less OP. Now, is that still broken for a 5-drop, or do we keep that as a 6-drop? Yes or no, broken for a 5-drop? Not if he is a super. He's not a super rare. You're buying 1 pack. Not you're buying. You're printing this off, and everyone has access to it. Yes, but a little different. It's a 4-drop that gives you 2 globals. But if you feel, well, yeah, it's about the same. You feel 2 Doombots, you get the same active global twice. So 5-drop it is. We'll make it a 5-drop. You got a 7/7 on top too. Sweet. Okay, now let's cruise real fast Galactus so that I don't keep all you guys up too late and myself up too late. Here's the art that I've chosen for Galactus because I just really like it and I wanted to go with it. So let me pop it down. There's some. There's a lot of really cool art for Galactus. Let me see if I can get this on screen. And I'm not. If you guys don't like this art, that's fine. We can can it. I'm not 100% married to it, just because there is so much cool art. Yay, nay. What do we think? It would end up being positioned more like this. Then it would be all this stuff down here. But that's the art that I have thus far. That one's cool. I had a couple others, but I don't remember where I put them. Meh, it's fine. Send me more then. If you got, look up the Galactus art. Because I have looked up Galactus art. Silver Surfer shows up on a lot of them. I personally think that's very cool. It's much cooler than the than the Galactus that showed up in like the movie, which obviously was really lame. Let's think. This one's kind of cool, but he's not big enough on it. That one has Superman in it, which is really stupid. This one's cool, but kind of blurry. This one's cool, but he's in the background because he's always in the background. Trying to find here. I'll just pull this up so you can watch along with me. Window capture. I think it's this one that I want, right? All right, let's take a look. What do we think? Tell me which one of these we want to go with. Here's the one that I liked, right? There's the straight up comic version, which would work fine. Doesn't really fit with the rest of the art though. That's not that at all. There's a really dark one. This one's pretty cool. We'll call this the dark one. No, that's Batman. He's centered. This is kind of cool as well. And you crop it right there in the center. Right above, what's his face? Let me make this bigger for you. This one's kind of cool. Someone tell me quick. Help me pick so that we can keep cruising. Yay or nay to this one. I want you guys to feel like you really like the art, because I personally love art. That's one of the things that draws me to this game a lot. Certain sets. I like the art on certain sets. No opinions? Well, I will pick then. I will pick either this one or maybe this one or like these three. Where'd it go? That one, that one, that one. And we can even throw that one in there. I'll pick between those. If we have no general opinions, then I'll pick between those at some point. You like it. You like this one? I like that one. Aw, man. Well, if you can find it, send it to me. I'm not, you know, like printing these things out right away. So if you can find it, let me know. Nevertheless, let's talk about the wonderful, wonderful. Was I even showing this? Oh my God, I'm not even showing it to you. Guys, it's been a long day. What do you think about this one? Yay or nay to that? There's this dark one. There's this one, obviously. And there's the comic version. What do we think about this middle one here? Let's position it a little better. Maybe I can get it bigger for you as well. I personally think this one's pretty cool. Do you like this one? So the first one, the third one, yes sir. First or last? First or last. So this one's the first. This one's the last. We'll do it numbers too. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you guys tell me 1, 2, 3, or 4. And we'll go from there. 1 or 4, 3, 1. Get out, Galactic Cloud. We're not doing that one. Sending the one I found. All right, I'm awaiting the one that you're sending that you found, and we'll take a look at it. Guys, it's hot in this room. It is warm in this room. I haven't been on my phone very much today. There's like a lot of stuff going on, people posting. Don't let the one corrupt you. What does that mean? I'm open. I'm open to whatever you guys are thinking. Oh yeah, this one's cool too. What if I held it up to the screen? Whoa. Wait, even better. Whoa. What do you think about that? Anyway, we'll you tell me in the comments while I ask you also what abilities. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my thought, and let me look up the die face that we could use for this. So like we need the most expensive die face in Modern. What is the most expensive die face in Modern? Probably the Guardians of the Galaxy dude, Thanos. TOA, Batman, Green Arrow, and the Flash. There should be a Modern button on Dice Coalition. Someone tell them. Put in a Modern button on the Dice Coalition so I could just click that and sort all of this stuff out instead of like literally finding everything and clicking everything on. It's gonna take forever. That's in Modern, that's in Modern, that's not in Modern. Okay. Give me the highest purchase cost. Sort by cost the other way. Oh, come on, stop it. Okay, the highest one, Groot. Oh, that's misprinted. That's supposed to be a 5 cost, not a 9 cost. The 8 cost Thanos, yeah, and Shredder, and Lolth, and Goliath. 8, though, that's not good enough. Is it 399 on top? Man, I just really want to dip back into the old, like, 1010 version of him. It's a bummer. Hey, there is one. Go to No Format, use the scroll down menu, and select Modern. Let me do that really quick. No Format, Modern Era. Man, you guys are smart. I'm so silly. All Modern Era. Okay, cool. That's really a bummer. I really wanted there to... Oh, there's Thanos Gauntlet Wheeler. Okay, that's... So, tell me. Oh, it's still the same thing. It's just 5/7, 7/8, and a 9/9. Okay, so we'll use the regular Thanos die then for Galactus. Sorry, that means we can't do Thanos and Galactus on the same team. So, but here's what we're gonna do. Thanos, obviously, yeah, that's the die base we use, certainly. Newsflash, hot in Waco. Yeah, it's warm. It wasn't that warm today. It was actually okay. All right. Here's the ability. We make it cost 12, and we say, when fielded, reduce your opponent's life to 1. Or 0. Do you want to do 0 or 1? That seems hilarious to me. Make it cost some ridiculous cost, and then say, when fielded, kill your opponent. Or reduce your opponent's life to 0. Or 1. That would be hilarious. I'm out of water. It's a bummer. I have a bunch of ice now. 12, 10. What's a good cost? Deadly. I mean, like, deadly everything. Oh, that's actually kind of a cool idea. While Galactus is active, all opponents' character dice are under the effect of deadly. I don't know, something like that. 12 would work. 12. Okay, so a 12 cost. Because how do you get to 12? Like, that's really tough. When fielded. And it's a when fielded. Maybe you don't even have to make it that. Maybe you just, like, when fielded blockers are good enough and blankers are good enough. When fielded. Reduce your opponent's life to 1. Reduce your opponent's max life to 1. Because life gain, no one's going to be able to run your life gain against you. All those life gain teams out there. That's deep down, I want that card, so we're going to make that. 12 should work. Deadly. I want to know what you mean by deadly. Anything but hit by Galactus is KO'd. Deadly, Iron Will, and Overcrush. With, on the same card, when fielded, your opponent's life becomes 20. You get a 20/20 and they heal. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, so if we were to do that, that would be like a 10 drop while Galactus is active. Set your opponent health to 20 while your opponent has more health than you. Galactus gains +10/+10. Alright, so while Galactus, does that make sense? Let me copy this. So it's a 10 drop. Is a 10 drop too much for this? You want it to be a when fielded? When fielded? When fielded. Set your opponent's health to 20 while your opponent has more health than you. Galactus gains +10/+10. Exactly. And so then you run Kate Bishop and you're winning. It gives you a reason to run Kate Bishop. So there you go, Loria. I'm submitting this to your next month's Team of the Month build. When you throw out Kate Bishop, I'm just going to plop Galactus down there. And then you can deal with that. You can decide if that's worth it or not. That's hilarious. And so at worst, he's a 15/17. At best, he killed... No, he's a 19 attack guy. Oh, okay, Overcrush. Yeah. Definitely Overcrush as well. Make it your opponent can buy to put it in your bag and heals them to 20, but make it a 12 drop. Kate Bishop, Herald of Galactus. Oh, I like that. That's a good point. 10 drop, Overcrush. Overcrush. When fielded, reduce your opponent's life to 1. A 12 drop. Seems good. What if we just reduce it to 0? 12 is so hard to get to. What were the other things you guys said? Good night, Chris. We're going to cut this short pretty soon anyway. So plop down another couple of ideas, and then we'll go from there. Maybe next time we'll pick it up if we don't like what we got. Other abilities. You guys threw out some really interesting ones. Where were those? I can't see them. Where'd they go? Your opponent loses half their life rounded down, and that amount, add that amount to your life total. It's kind of cool. Galactus could have X attack, X defense, where X is the opponent's life total. 12 is not that hard. Multiple mana. Yeah, I mean 12 isn't hard. You're right. It is hard, but it's not like impossible. But is it worth going for setting your opponent's life to 1? You know, instead of whatever it is, obviously. Yeah, I think it is. That's fine. 10 drop Overcrush when fielded, set your opponent's health to 20, while your opponent has more health than you. Galactus gains +10/+10. What else can we do? Let's do another 10 drop because 10 drops are hilarious to look at. 10 drop. What else is broken? What if we got like a fun like World Eater thing going on? Where which one? Galactus have plus where X equals opponent's life total. So it just gets ridiculous. First trigger Galactus bring down to 1, then use Jotty to bring him down to 0. Golden Age winning. Yeah. When fielded, return all dice to their cards. Oh, that's the one I was thinking. Okay, so 10 drop when fielded. No, while active. Something like whenever your opponent's characters block or something like that. Return their dice to their card, and then don't give them the option like you have with some of the other cards that are out there. Because it's a 10 drop. We paid for that. We paid for that. When fielded, return all dice to their cards, including Galactus. Including Galactus. Yeah, that seems broken. Let's do that. When fielded, or no, while active, while Galactus is active. Oh no, I was gonna make it an impulse ability. So like when you buy Galactus, do something. What about that? When you buy Galactus, like an impulse, return all dice to their cards, no matter where they are. Is that good? Or should we just do like a while active, pay a mask to, or pay a fist to return all dice to their cards? No, that's broken, because then they could do that on your opponents. Yes, use prep field, just like you would with what's her face, Hela. While active, KO'd, return to the card. Overcrush, then Galactus attacks all blockers, return to their card. Those are both options. Something just simple and just really powerful, like... See, I worry about all the when fielded things that we have, because we have 1, 2, 3, and this would be the 4th when fielded out of the 6 cards that we've printed today. That get shut down hard by like when fielded and blanking stuff. Is that a bad thing? Is it bad to have the when fielded stuff be shut down pretty hard? Or is it not? Let me know. I'm going to type it up as a when fielded. When fielded, return all dice except Galactus. All purchased dice or all character dice? Keep the actions? Blocking Galactus. Yeah, I see your Robert. I see your comment. I kind of liking the just straight up return everything. Just like hit the button, reset, and cycle it with like some like auto KOs. Return all dice except Galactus. Let me just look at what Hela says, and then we'll call it a night. Hela. Pay 6, return target die from an opponent's field zone prep area. So target. Return. So target die from your field. Yeah, so if they target dice. So return all purchased dice. From both players' field zones, field zone, prep area, or used pile to their cards. When fielded, return all purchased dice except Galactus from both players' field zone, prep area, or used pile to their cards. Okay, you guys tell me, do you like the way that I phrased this? Because I did it with a second sentence. I kind of like this one. The second one is a bit different. Overcrush, all dice blocking Galactus are returned to their card. Overcrush, when Galactus attacks, all blockers are returned. Yeah, you're right. It is less OP. All dice KO'd by Galactus are returned to their card. What do you think about this one? Sound off, and then we'll probably call it a night. Too broken? So it's like the Hela thing, except it hits everything, but you have to pay 10, and then you have to pay the 3, 2, or 1 to field Galactus. When fielded, return all purchased dice from both players' field zone, prep area, or used pile to their cards. Galactus is immune to this effect. So Galactus never, goes back. Well, but at max you're pushing 9 damage by fielding him. And then cycling him to the used. So, and then if you wanted to try and do some shenanigans where you used an action die to pull them out of your used and put them in prep because you pushed for damage, you can't, because those dice got returned as well unless it's sitting in your bag. So it still takes a little bit of finesse. And if your opponent's running should be the and used pile, or instead of or. Actually, Hela's used as or. But she's only talking about 1 die. So yeah, it would be and. You're right. And used pile. So that seems okay, because you're paying 10, then you're paying 1, 2, or 3 to field. So you're paying a net 13 to reset everybody's stuff, including your own. So this actually might be a pretty bad card, but it's hilarious. So you should run it. But you reset the button, you hit them for 9, it goes into used. You cycle hard with globals and try to do it all again. I think that's cool. How does your opponent stop it? How in set does your opponent stop that? We have literally no hero abilities that can stop that in set, which kind of sucks, but it's hilarious. I guess that's the point. It's unstoppable. So, all right, you guys. Next week, so we've stepped back all the way to Faerun Under Siege. Let's go back even further, and we'll do what came before that. Faerun Under Siege. We're almost there. Oh man, we have 2 sets. Okay. Next week, let me double check that my schedule's not super full next Monday. We're going to do a very special wrap-up celebration. We're going to do the super rare rankings for both sets of ASM and War of Light. We're going to call it an 11 weeks. We're going to call it a solid 11 weeks for our super rare rankings of the modern age. Yeah, it looks like I'm good. Next Monday, sweet. We'll do both of those, and then we'll do some Doombots, and if we have time, we'll do our final villain, of which could be the Skrull, or could be Namor, or it could be Silver Surfer if we wanted to make him a bad guy. Call it 11.5, 10.5. It's like 10.5 because I don't know if this is week 11 or week 10. I have no clue. I'm calling it week 11. I think I called it week 11 like all week, so. I don't know, man. I don't know. Make his effort kick in at the end of the turn instead of when fielded. Make his effect, you mean. His effect kick in at the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, return all, but then it happens all the time. Each turn. At the end of the turn that he was fielded, return all things. So you can still block. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll think about that. That's not a bad idea. So. Surtur is a flip card. Surfer is a flip card. Silver Surfer would be a flip card. That's a good idea. But then you have 5. You have 5 good guys conceivably and 1 bad guy, or 3 bad guys if you flipped it. But we could play around with that. We could use a flip card. That'd be fun. I would be into it. So let's talk about it next week. You guys have a good week. I hope the coming week and time change settles and everything goes well for you. I'll see you guys again next week.